Meow, meow, meow. Hello, hello, hello. Actually, still getting things set up a little bit. Let's see. However, I hope you're all having a good time. Hello, Sir Baker. Hello, Bug. Hello, Popcorn. Hello, Conquani Lupo. Hello, Kunuki. Hello, Handsome Stranger. Meow, 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 meow. There's something in my throat. Let me just drink some tea real quick, I suppose. That might fix the problem. Hello, sucker. Where are my subtitles at? They're right here. 1, 2, 3. Yo. Monkey ball. No, it's not quite monkey ball. Probably, maybe. I never tested if this works, actually. Let me see if this... How loud is this gonna be? Okay, it looks like it's a decent volume, maybe. I might need to eventually lower the background music once I actually have music going, but... Yeah, so there's I know there's like a modern day kind of video game like throwback, in a sense, music maker who does a lot of DJing called Pizza Hotline, and they posted a while ago like a drum and bass sample pack. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want like a more modern day kind of like sample pack experience. I could go straight to illicitly obtaining a bunch of like 90s drum and bass sample packs, but I'm not going to do that. So, I mean, I might do that someday. I don't know. But regardless, there's a bunch of funny little stuff here. And I could work with this stuff. And basically the idea is I'm going to work with all these different drum breaks here. There's a bunch of other stuff here too. I'm probably going to program like my own bass music, my own synthesizers and stuff, but I'll just let the drum loops mostly just be from this pack because I don't really think the synthesizers I have really good drums in them. Hello, Rella. Very rare music stream. I should do these more often. I really should. I do a lot of like music research, but not enough actually making music. I should fix that. I should. Well, I'm doing a little bit of that today before I go to sleep then, huh? I'll do a little bit of that before I go to sleep. Already felt like music. Yeah, they have a lot kind of built into a single loop. Like, let's see here. Like a drum loop by itself. That's how a lot of drum and bass sample packs work typically, is they just give you a single, like, let's see here. Like, it just gives a single, like, drum loop, basically. And the idea is... Let's take this, actually. Let's try this. Start from around here. Also, it says 160 beats per minute, so we should go to 160. Hello, Ingvar Sensei. It's a little empty. What we could do here is the good old classic chopping it up. So you could just play this straight as it is. Or you could just take this little little bass kick here and you could just double it if you want. Or if you're really crazy, you could just like you could very aggressively. It's fairly creative the way that these loops are typically designed, is the way you can just kind of cut them up the way you want. So at this part, if like if I wanted to play the snare pretty aggressively here, I know what I can do is I could copy this part and play it here so that it sounds like 2 snare hits. Or if I wanted to be really crazy and do what people did a lot of the time back then, it would be cut it real short and then like 4 of them in a row. If you've ever listened to drum and bass, that's where that little sound comes from. And I know there's some really crazy stuff you can do. A little while back, I did like I taught myself a little bit of this stuff. It's not really that insane actually. It's fairly simplistic as far as like music overall goes. I don't really know anything about mixing, I feel like. But I do know you could do like, if you do that really kind of aggressive thing, like, oops, what did I do? I don't know what I done. What you could do is this thing called automation where what even is mixing? Mixing is, well, at its lowest level, basically changing the volumes of each instrument so that they, are balanced in the way you want them to be. Like maybe you want the drums to be a little louder than the piano or something. Well, then that itself is mixing. But mixing is also more typically a lot of different techniques. You know, stuff like there's like something called compression where you can like dynamically lower the volume in specific points depending on how loud it is. It can get really complicated and I know nothing. Hello, Ness. Then there's mastering, which is a whole different. Now let's see here. Where? Oh, automation. Let's see, what do I want to automate? I could automate the like automate this maybe? I don't know how to automate this stuff so much actually. Show all parameters. What in the world do I do? Mastering I can't really answer very well. It's got a bit of its own controversies. Mastering is kind of like an additional after mixing, like a post mixing kind of, and where you make different versions of the same song, I guess, or you make multiple songs kind of balanced so that song one in a playlist is like the rate volume compared to other songs in the playlist. But I'm very not familiar with that. There should be a way to... I don't know how to do this in Ableton. I thought I did. I could have sworn I did this. Mixing two. Yeah, basically. Basically. Well, alright. I don't know how to, like... I could lower the semitones on these individually, so it's a little bit of manual work I don't really feel like doing, though. This is 4 with this. This is 3. This is 4. So how would this sound here? It's going to lower the pitch of each of these repeats. Now what if I raise those instead? Do a +5 here. I have all these like synthesizers I really should do music streams focused on like making stuff with, because I don't do enough of that. I think it's a little bit less interesting for a lot of people than various game streams or something. Tomorrow I'll try like a translation stream. I don't know what I'm going to play yet, but I just got my Game Boy... I just got my DS capture card installed, so I might try something there. Not really that big of a fan of that personally. Does the timeline have a unique name when mixing music? Not really. It's kind of just... it's kind of like a mixing as I go, basically. I can do that too. Okay, I'm gonna delete these. Not a fan, not a fan. Copy you. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this automation mode. I saw pizza and hopped in. Yeah, unfortunately I have no pizza to offer you. I'm so sorry. It's a bit of a shame. So when you dragged the loop on the timeline, it got louder. Dragged the loop on the timeline. Oh, by dragging it out like this, I'm just extending it. So if I cut it like here, there's like silence here. But if I drag this out, it like sustains, I guess. I don't know if I should really explain every. I don't know though. Maybe I should. I don't know. How would this sound? The bake list on the left was a lot more quiet. Oh, the bake list on the left. Oh, right. Huh. Why is this louder? I don't know. I don't actually know. I like this loop. We could have two loops at the same time. What would this do? Not a fan of this one, actually. Does the timeline have a boost? I don't think it necessarily. Let me look. Is it too loud here? Maybe it is too loud. Oh gosh, maybe it is too loud. I don't know. Let me lower that. I could just lower the volume, the main volume over here. Kind of hard to see it moving. It's kind of in the bottom right. I'll just lower this to like negative like 10 or something. That should make it about the same volume. Let's see here. So then... that should be about the same volume, I think. Yeah, so I'll just do a master, like a full -10 on the main here. This like main output here. Hello, Nomi. Copy here. Copy the snare here. This will here, why not? Okay. I'll just add a double here. Alright, this is an interesting... it's a little too chaotic, but whatever. I'll roll this for now. I want to find like a nice... what this is lacking is just kind of like a high end to it. It's just a kick and a snare, so I don't want... and it's like, I want something... I want like a cymbal, like a ride cymbal, or maybe something like a shaker or like a hi-hat. That could work, maybe. Let's just get rid of like part of this too for fun. Maybe. Move you here. Ooh. Ooh, I like that sync. What if I get rid of this part here? What if I just repeat this basically? Okay, I'm not entirely sold on this loop, but let's just run with it for a little bit. Just run for it with a little bit. Wonder if I can find a sound effect here. I'll find a sound effect somewhere. I'll find a sound effect for fun. They include a lot of like silly 90s like game console, Y2K game console stuff here. I don't know how much of it I'll really use, but I don't know, but maybe. I want to do the ambient stuff myself. Although I'm not sure how ambient I'm really going to keep it, but what if just theoretically just drop one of these for fun? I don't know. That's like a Windows sound effect. Parasite Eve C minor? What's this? I'll just throw that on here for fun, why not? I'll throw something with my own keyboard on that later, but for now... Let's try this for now. What the heck? I don't know if the volume here is like really strange. I don't know. I'll just try to work with this for now. Let's see what I can find. Alright, I'm moving away from the microphone to mess with the the actual synthesizers on my desk. Let's see, what do I want to add here? It's gonna get a little repetitive if I don't add something soon. To like raise the volume here? No. I don't know. That small black mic that everyone on YouTube uses to get one of those. Yeah, I'll just... Well, I could get that, or I could get the like... I don't actually know if this is true or not, but I feel like when I see like idol concerts, they're usually putting something simple like that also near their mouth so that they can like dance while singing. Hello, John Doe. Nintendo Wii Sports Bell. Jungle's massive, possibly. Possibly massive. Possibly wicked. Hello, Xenon. I'll throw that on for now. Hello, teenagers. Save this real quick. Jalapeno juice. You know, I actually kind of, I was thinking about this earlier today, but a lot of really big, like, acts in the UK never really made it to the US in terms of, like, popularity. I never really heard people talk about, like, even acid jazz groups like Jamiroquai or any, like, D&B or, like, jungle stuff at all. So to me, it just kind of sounds like video game music. Please don't switch those samples too prominently. Yeah, what is this sample pack? This is, I can get a link to it real quick. March 16 Stream Theme 2. I don't know, I'll think of a better name for this later. One second. And so, I'll probably be posting this a few times. But yeah, this is where I got this particular sample pack from. I'm only recently now getting into sample packs a little bit, but I felt like for my own streams and making stuff, I'm just gonna, I don't know if I feel like messing around with like zero-G stuff quite as much, but maybe in there. Alright, now, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another. Too atmospheric, very atmospheric D&B. I guess that's exactly what it is. It's all the rage with YouTube right now is the whole atmospheric DB. D&B. Yeah, I don't know if a typical Saw synthesizer is really gonna work out for this. What about a sine synthesizer, like I like this one. I like this one. Well, it's clashing a little bit with the bell. One of my favorite leads on the Yamaha that I'm using is just called Sine Lead. Ends up sounding a little bit like wait. I just realized I should probably lower the sound of this overall so that I can actually speak over the thing. But yeah, this is it sounds similar to, but it's not the one that's used. It sounds similar to this one Metroid Prime sounding lead that I personally like. Started being a Ragins at least 30 years ago. Well, YouTube wasn't on. YouTube wasn't existent 30 years ago. Hello, Bartender. Yeah, very Vendrona drifts. I don't know. I have some of the stuff that was, well, I don't know. I think Vendrona drifts was mostly a synth that I don't currently own. I have like part of the patches, but I'm probably not gonna go to it. Unless I do. Okay, what if there's like a second part that I just like... So in the second loop here, what if I just like... I just take out part of the like... And that's where I throw the lead in. No, I need to take something out of the mix before adding a similar... I love the high like synthesizer lead, but it's definitely like clashing a bit with like the bell. Why don't I just like get this pad out of the way? Okay, I don't know about this, but what I do know is there's probably something else I can add on my own synth for this that sounds very atmospheric. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of like just... I don't know, I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I should just... I don't know. I feel like I Oh yeah, I like this part. Just adding a bit of silence here. Worked on Epic Game stuff. Dude called Sega. He's called Sega, but he's working for Epic. I don't know about that. Okay, it's kind of a bad joke to make on behalf of someone's name. I'm sorry. On behest towards someone's name. I shouldn't make that joke. I wonder if he gets that a lot though. Last name Sega. You should work for Sega. Probably tired of hearing it. He's probably very tired of hearing it. I don't like that one. What am I thinking of? There's something here I know I like that I can just... Seems a bit empty, or that beefiness needs to be added somehow. At least base? Yeah, at least base. Well, I'm working on it. I work at a snail's pace. I might as well be a snail. I gotta find the right instruments to go here, because I'm unfortunately someone who just uses presets a lot of the time. I could add a Wii sound here. I've got enough of those. Oh, I'll add another. What the heck? It's kind of quiet though. I'll add a CC to this track then. Huh? Just add it. What are you doing? Just add. Volume. I need to step away from Ableton, which is what I'm using. I literally the other day got myself a slightly older version of Cubase to work with. I'm still kind of procrastinating on that. Oh, he did work for Sega a little bit. That's crazy. I like that. Let me add that in. Ends up sounding very Windowsy. Okay, now what exactly... What am I thinking of? There's something here I can add that's very atmospheric on the Yamaha, and I don't know... Oops. Oh, is it this? Oh yeah, it was. Oh yeah, my favorite little sound effect. Not gonna be very noticeable, but oh well. Not very noticeable, but oh well. Unless I find a way to raise the volume on that, I guess. It's going on a little too long, actually. I'll shorten this. I gotta think of a good chord progression, so I guess I'm going for like a C suspended 4 chord here. Yeah, like a C suspended 4 chord here. Wait. Or no? But that's a scene. Whatever. I don't know how friggin' music theory works. Or I do. I do know how music theory works. But I can't really think of it on the fly. Alright, let's try the other synthesizer. Try to find a good bass for this. I'll mess with that a little bit later. For now, let me try to find a good bass. Nope. Abridged by accelerating the in bit to fit with where you wanted to cut off. Abridged by accelerating. Abridged like the video, the YouTube channel stuff. Abbreviating too many big words. I'm too stupid. Give me a good bass, dang it. There's too many of those like acid basses. I'm not really a fan of those most of the time. There's one that's used in Mega Man that sounds pretty good, but it's not used as a bass either, so I don't know. Meow. That kind of works. Oh, that sound effect is a little too long. Yeah, I'll just do a little bit of it. Move the individual notes around. Yeah. It's what a lot of people end up doing if they don't have like a keyboard. If they don't have a keyboard. Wow, it must just be the way I'm like talking. But like, my microphone is really struggling with me today. Rather the subtitles are. I think I'm speaking very like, I don't know, quieted or something. Not possible to take up a section of something and speed up with the time which is affecting its pitch. It's probably possible, but I don't totally understand the suggestion mostly in the first place, and it'll probably require a little too much effort, I think. I'll probably just lower the sound of it though a little bit. It's like a little, it's like I'm treating it like a sample basically. Alright, well anyways, I know a good idea for a background pad. It's gonna sound pretty over the top. I have like a second pad kind of like cover up for where this like kind of cuts out at the end. It is a good sound, yeah. It's also used on Wii stuff. Go figure. It's one of my favorite, I guess, background, pad type sounds on one of these 2 synths that I'm using. Probably stand to lower the volume on it a little bit. It's a little too loud. I think one thing I don't really know about like drum and bass and jungle type of like arranging is like when can you like switch up the particular, if you're just using like a different I guess drum sample every 8 bars, that feels like a little too inconsistent. A little too quiet. Probably not going to use it for too long in the song, actually. Let's see, what chord do I want to do after this, like, this very silly chord that I have? It's like a C, F, G, D, which is like, oh, what the heck do you even call this? It's like, just a full suspended chord. It's got C, it's like suspended 2 and suspended 4th. There's no... Vocal symbol goes, yeah, wow, and has like a drum loop behind it, some loads of stuff. Oh, is that like the think break? I learned about that recently. I think it was like a James Brown thing. It's like I know, that might be it. I don't know if I'm gonna mess with this for a little bit, so... Ooh, I like that one. I like it. I like it. B flat D G A or B flat D G A. Like this? Maybe. There's this silly kind of chord progression harmony here. And this is, I guess, B flat, D, G, G, A? Let's see here. What the heck is that supposed to even, like, be? I don't know. The thing with, like, music theory. The thing with music theory is you find out you, like, get better sounding things if you just know what the rules are and then, like, don't follow the rules. It's like a B flat major 7th chord, but the 5th is, like, 2 up for some reason. Hello, Mikan 18-san. I guess it's like I guess it's like an inverted G minor 11 chord, but that's a little I don't know about that. I got kinda. Yeah, I don't know about these 7th chords. They're too basic for me. Let's not make it a 9. No, let's make it 11. I guess I could just add a G here. That's really just... I don't know. Close enough. I could add a second chord here. Let me add another type of pad here. B major X plus alpha. Yeah, kind of like that. Let's see here. Go for a different pad here. Definitely missing something in the middle range here. It's nice that I have a good bass going on now, but I need obviously something in the middle. It's an issue I feel like when I try to make stuff lately, I love a good bass, I love a good high sound. I really like high sounding stuff for like a more cute kind of cute little like timbre to it, but I love a good bass, so I add the bass, and now there's like always this empty space in the middle that makes it sound not very full. I don't know what instrument is best to put in there because I don't know. Not really in a guitar mood as much lately. Something to just play a chord though. I guess I could just have a really echoey piano, but I don't know. Hello, Jules. Okay, that one is definitely Metroid Prime. There's a literally Metroid Prime kind of synthesizer in here that I don't feel like really using, but not gonna use it. Nope. Alright, I'll just... I don't know about that. A little too loud, I think. I'll have to lower it. Yeah, I'm not feeling that after all, no. Alright, I got two chords here. This could potentially be okay. A little too loud. Like, just, I don't know, 2 beats with, like, nothing in it, maybe? Let's see here. Is there any other kind of little... Like that one. I do get very, like, focused. Maybe I need more practice probably before I can really chat at the same time as I mess around. Oh no, I like this. I probably get a little too... too busy, I guess might be the word. Yeah, like this is just not melodic at all, I think. Can't cut out every single second. Or if you went really fast, I guess you could make it kind of like a breakbeat thingy. No, copy this. This is what you want to copy over here. I'll consider this, but I feel like I'm probably going a little... I'll come up with a different chord for this section, I think. Hello, Eric TDX. Might want to. I don't know. Might want to find a different instrument for this section. A different instrument for this section. I don't know, I guess it's kind of like an evolution because like the first, like, I don't know, let me see how this all sounds from start to finish. I mean, I'm obviously going to add a lot more to this regardless, but... Yeah. You can change which samples are used for the hi-hats as long as the snare and the bass are still there. That keeps a sense of consistency, probably, maybe. Well, the subtitle's really struggling with me today. Well, I have no idea. What instrument am I gonna throw on here? Let's look around. Tentatively, I'll just throw that there tentatively. For a piano. Look like a piano in the middle or something. But oh. Oh, Haunted Mars. Category. Let's try. This could work. Why do I seem to always gravitate towards less popular unknown characters? I don't know. Could be like an underdog kind of thing, or like a hipster kind of thing, which isn't necessarily bad. Number is an instrument. It's mostly just for my own reference, but it's the first number is the like which bank the instrument is in, and the second one is which preset number in that bank it is. Wow, I think I just sound really tired today. I just sound really tired today. I gotta drink some more water. But yeah, I usually go for just presets on a keyboard, so the presets are usually listed in a lot of stuff by like one of like 4 to 8 banks, and then each one of those has like 100 or so presets. Yeah, it can be quite a lot. You gotta really play around with them, I guess, if you want to. There's other ways of like navigating them basically in an organized way so that you're not totally lost. But yeah, it helps to if you mostly are like me and just play with like presets, then it helps to be aware ahead of time of like which ones you like or which ones you don't like. Niche stuff way more. Well, I don't know. I guess niche stuff needs love too, I guess. What do you mean GameStop subtitles? I said niche stuff. Niche. Yeah, I think I'm a little too sleepy. I don't know about Music Monday after all. I'm never actually awake enough on like a Monday to like get anything, super done. Yeah, Monday is just the worst day of the week for me because of how late I sleep in Saturday and Sunday, so I'm always like, as like a natural consequence, just not getting any, just not really Ape Escape of it. I don't know, a little. I feel like I'm not really making Ape Escape type stuff yet the more I look into Ape Escape, but I'll get into Ape Escape music a little more at some point. I gotta figure some stuff out first. It's been a good experiment. Yeah, I don't regret this. No, I'm just definitely kind of sleepy sounding. It's a bit of a shame there's no other day of the week that starts with M. It's a bit of a shame there's no other day of the week I could just roll this into. I mean, I could do Sunday and then just I could just stream a little bit past midnight my time. And then that way... Honestly though... Yeah, I don't know actually. My time on Sunday is basically Monday in both Europe and also Japan. So like... I could do do that Sunday, maybe. I'm not sure. And just call it Music Monday. Are you not feeling music making? No, I'm just sleepy. I'm just really tired. I didn't sleep very well. I usually never sleep very well Sunday night. Sound Sunday. It doesn't not work. There's like a C or a K sounding day of the week. I could do like composition or like producing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Who invented this? Who invented the days of the week? This is a terrible system. It's Music Monday somewhere. I'm so tired from work. Yeah, same here. I had a bunch of errands to run too, and I had to do laundry today too. Work and errands and laundry. And aliens, according to the subtitles. What software are you using? I'm using Ableton right now, just Ableton. I would like to... I'll probably go to Cubase at some point. But also I have the synthesizers in the bottom left that I'm using two of these. I'm using the bottom left one, and then the black one. That's like two above the bottom left one. Everything else is pretty silver and chrome. Everything else is the exact same. Interesting. I guess I just like that, like, that, like, 2000s, like, silver everything. Never heard of it? Ableton, never heard of it? Let's see here. Channel 4. Trying to find another sound to like throw into the middle frequency range. I don't know what to throw in. Not there though, no. I'll go over... Oh, I'm just adding to the noise. Whoops. This was a cute little sound. Yeah, I like that one. Hold on. Huh, I wonder why it's not sending. Oh, it's probably because, yeah, it's probably related. Is there a particular kind of music you like to gear towards making? I don't know. I'm kind of, messing around with things basically at the moment. I think, I don't really know, besides like video game, quote, video game sounding music. Even then, I don't think this is very video gamey, but I mean, yeah, I'm mostly messing around. Let's find another little sound effect on this one here. I should focus on something more like house related, more like house music. This is like just vaguely drum and bass, I guess, and I feel like I should focus on house music too, for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I guess I live in the city where house music was started, but like I don't really know anything about house music. What other, like, I don't know, I feel like I should listen to some UK garage someday and see what that's all about. Call response. House music, yeah. Like dancey kind of like music, but also like a Massive Attack. No, I love Massive Attack, but probably not. Like, maybe I like that actually. I don't know. I do like Massive Attack. The opening for House. Oh, right, it was House. That's why it sounded so familiar to me. There was a point in my life where I watched House. And then there was later on a point that I got into Massive Attack, and the whole time I was just listening to the opening like, man, it sounds familiar. This is a good song. Why does it sound familiar? Oh well, I'll just keep listening to it. I probably listened to it for a whole, like, hundreds of times thinking, man, it sounds familiar, but I love it. Absolutely clueless. This is so... Well, that's probably why. There you go. There you go. Still sounding a little imperfect, but whatever. Right now, I'll just roll this. I don't know. That random like duh is kind of jarring, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be that atmospheric, but I don't know. Let's add this little. It's like an orchestra hit almost. A little too loud there. I don't know about that. Oh, weird. I don't know. Disk read error. Console startup. I don't know if I feel like playing that as is. What if I reverse it? Ooh, that's kind of trippy. Kind of trippy. What am I trying to do? Like make like drug music? I don't know about that. Oh my goodness, I'm making strange stuff. Why am I making strange stuff? Well, it's kind of fun, I guess. don't know about that one. Oh, this one. Sure, I'll just roll this one for now, and then I don't know. I like that. I didn't realize I could also just take your samples and like reverse them. That's a thing I don't do enough. Reversing stuff. It's not feel very rhythmical. I think I'm off like by a yeah, I'm off by just a little bit. And by moving this here, that should resolve that maybe? I think like a like a reverse crash could be a good idea. I don't know about that. No. Not loud enough. Make it like louder and more transient. Kinda works. I know what that is. Another... Yeah, probably not gonna use these. No. In like here or something? What chord did I go with for this second? I was like... I mean, I could just do like a echo piano there. Yeah, why not? I'll do that. Power grenade. I'll have to add some echo to this somehow. Realized there was actually something I was intending to do with this and I completely forgot about it. Oh, that's embarrassing. Well, I got some time actually. If I can just... I'll park this and go focus on the other thing. I thought that was a special type of piano. Well, it's funny because with one of my other synthesizers, it is actually its own separate type of piano, but in this case, I would need to add an echo on top of it somehow. And how to do so with each synthesizer is not very consistent, but in this case, there should be a way I can just add it on top. There you go. A cool album related ape escape? Sure, what would it be? Hello, Jumbo Scorpion. That's a reverb too. Just a little echo, not too much. Sumo Jungle. I've listened to that. I know Sumo Jungle. Square Pusher sounds familiar, but I don't know offhand. Feeling this though. Not feeling this though. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh well, I'll set this aside for now. Oh, that was a college try. Now, there is one little thing, though, that I'm a little perturbed by, because I don't totally remember exactly how it went. Let me go grab a video real quick, though. I know I have the video saved, like, right here. Don't know if it's a little too loud. I think I can't really hear it myself. I'll have to go mute it in a second, but... I'll have to go mute it in a second. Oh, it looped. Oh. Should probably go... I can't hear it. This should be sufficient. Yeah, I don't know what square pusher offhand is, but I'll look into it. I'll try to remember. Not very good at the whole remembering thing. Let's see here. What exactly was I going for here? So... this is like the whole freaking 5-second loop I was going with here. It's just a freaking 5-second loop. What the heck? Okay, well, regardless, I guess I'll just go get these 4 little tracks here. I'll group them together. I'm gonna call this the Yamaha Red Hot Car. It sounds like Red Hot Chili Peppers. Let's see. I'll just remember the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Dun 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 dun. Choose not the life of imitation. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. For 100 pad. Simple pad. Shin Megami Tensei 3. Oh, was it? I did not know anything about Red Hot Chili Peppers affecting Shin Megami Tensei. That's crazy. That's quite crazy. And this last one for my reference is all Yamaha. And if I can I'm just gonna go. No, that's where I got this. I'm just gonna drop 3 samples randomly. I will probably take them out later. I'm just gonna try to match what I have in this silly little video here. Percussion loop, straight loops. This is going to be 162 beats per minute. Where's the audio? The audio is... no, we'll do magenta. We'll do magenta for now. We'll do magenta. So there's one loop. And there's another. And then here's another. And then the last one is this thingy here. This is very reasonable. I'm just gonna try to match the decibel gains from the video. I made this over Christmas break, I think, and I just completely lost the project file, but I recorded it on video at least, so. Hello, Nirako. Mine is 8.4. If I remember how this video works. I had a very strange and bizarre, very bizarre system here where I can't imagine this was a good idea, but I did it anyways. Should I probably move this aside over here? Or no? I don't know. Move it over here. And I had this thingy here. No, hold on. No. This is some pretty terrible. What I'm doing here is kind of terrible. Are the white lines volume? Yes, exactly. So it's just 4 like drum samples just kind of fading in and out in a strange way that feels very well, it's an effect of something of some type for sure. It's a very strange effect that I don't know if this is something a reasonable person does, but it's what I did apparently, and it sounds kind of cool. Okay, cool. So that's basically the percussion. I think I'll just shrink this a little bit. These beats are from a famous sample pack of some sort that is not on the market anymore, but you can probably, maybe, possibly find them on the certain website. Let's see here. What was I going for here? Okay, for now, I'm just gonna mute these and go listen to. If I can try to find this exact synthesizer here. So this one would be just so I'm not fighting with my. Just gonna jump up to like 10. 11, 12, and 13. These are different. All of my synthesizers have like up to 16 different channels, so 16 different like instruments can play at once basically. Some of them will kind of struggle once you hit like 8 or so of them, but some of them will be just fine. Okay, let's see here. That 10, okay, 10 is supposed to be that one. Bank 410. If I remember right, it was like, oh, it's not playing. Oh, I gotta get an audio track for this, right? There you go. Please not close that pad. It was an F major. Totally remember the chords, but I'm gonna roll out this one for now, so. Whoops. Completely screwed that one up. jungle music. Yeah, jungle music of some sort. Some sort. I'm kind of a novice and I know nothing about jungle music. I had something really weird I was making earlier, but I switched to trying to restore a really old project of mine. Really old, like 3 months ago. I don't remember what that last chord was. I got the first 3 chords though. Oh, what was it? I don't remember, but that's probably the same as the keyboard. So if I remember the keyboard, use the same notes, I think. What was that one? What was that one? If I could just remember what that... So they're gonna be like semitone. They're gonna be like a full, like a major chord, like a. Maybe that's the chord. I don't know. We're just gonna roll with that for now, I suppose. Once I properly learn what I'm doing, there might be more jungle in the future. And this cat has analog gears. I wouldn't call this analog, but it is hardware. Hologram, is it? I don't know if I would ever get well, I guess hardware is itself kind of analog-y like. I had a bit of a crazy hyperfixation in the past year. Where I just started collecting some of these a little bit. I haven't gotten anything new in a while. I don't know about the last chord. A Juno. I don't know. Juno's kind of expensive for, I don't know. Someday it'd be kind of cool though. A Juno would be pretty cool to have one day, but I don't know if I have much use for it. Given also the cost of it. It's pretty expensive, a lot of like classic Junos. Kinda like a lot of the, this is kind of silly, but I kinda like a lot of the like 90s and 2000s stuff. Although, I don't know, someday, I swear, someday, maybe someday I'll get like one of those like 80s synthesizers. Okay, 2 of these are a little too loud. A Lin drum machine. I've heard about the Lins, yeah, I was looking into it the other day and I found out that Mega Man and bass for the Super Nintendo. Mega Man and bass on the Super Nintendo used like Lin drum samples for some reason. I think for the most part I'm okay with just using like the samples of those drum machines that are on these synthesizers. I have a lot of the Roland TR-808 and 909 samples somewhere on these things. I think these are a little too loud. Let me like lower the volume a little bit. I don't know. I'm probably gonna slow down my gear buying in general. But there's honestly, if I was completely uninhibited and had a lot of money, I would probably buy a bunch of silly stuff I don't need. I do want to get, I don't know actually, I think with like drum machines, if I got any drum machine at all, some days I'm tempted to get like the Alesis DM5, I think, because it's used in a lot of like Mega Man and Sonic games. Or maybe the like Emu percussion. The percussion. They're kind of like obscure, or well, somewhat obscure though. I had the base here, the DX7. That would be nice someday. That would be kind of funny. I think there's like a small version of that, like what is it, the boutique or whatever. I might go. It kind of makes me curious. I don't know if Yamaha, if I'm mixing it up with something else, but I'll thank you for the follow. I don't know why my notifications aren't showing up on screen. Whoops. Let's see, where did my notifications go? Oh, it's like hidden behind the screen, I think. Oh, let's hear it. It is behind the video, you're right. Oh my gosh. I've got like the old like Twitch chat in this little thingy here. Whoops. Yeah. Now it's gonna cover me. That's fine. That's fine. What's the baseline? The baseline was simple bass. Oh my gosh, I have it. It's like barely showing up in the MIDI. Oh, it's like barely showing up in the piano line. I give myself a little bit of a hint. I'm too lazy to like... Okay, it's just the root and the fifth of the chord. I messed that up. It is a lower note, yeah. So... Oh, where are the notes at? Oh. It's an F, it's an F, it's an F. I can't hear! It's the same chord, or it's the same root. It is the same notes, okay. Wait, wrong one. That's what it was. Got it. think it is. It might be wrong. I might be pretty wrong with this. Are C3 and G2 just notes? Yes, they're just notes. If I zoom in close enough, yeah, the number, the letter notes is obviously like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then the number is the octave. Is this a previous song you're trying to recreate? Yes, yes. Bass part wrong. That is an F. Different for some reason. That's probably why. Probably just a little mistakes here and there. I think it's just a matter of lining the notes up right, which I'm not doing very well. What am I doing wrong here? Something just sounds off. I do enough problem solving during my job. Oh no. Never any puzzle game. It's not even the fun type. Yeah, that's pretty much. I'm not allowed to complain because I have a job at all. About this. Oh, that's an issue. I think the issue is, the bottom notes, they sustain longer. That's what they're supposed to do. I think that's it. Close enough for now. Close enough. And what was that last one? There's one more instrument that was just the guitar. Yeah. Okay. Octaves question. Are the only positive numbers? How high do they go? Let's see. So I believe this is pretty close actually to what I think I had. I think it's pretty close. Let me stop save this real quick. So basically only positive numbers, basically. But I think I've seen some I think technically not possible, not impossible. Okay. So I would say traditionally with like acoustic instruments, it would not go below 0, I think. Like I think the lowest note an actual normal 4-string bass guitar goes is like E1, I think. I think it's E1. Might be E2 even. I think it's E1. I think it's E1. You shouldn't be able to, I think, with the real instruments go below like the 0 octave. Even the 0 octave is probably way too low, but in the world of like electronic music, you can kind of like bend signals beyond like reasonable degrees. So I think with electronic stuff, you can technically kind of try. Some things can go below 0, but it's best to just think of it as like a positive, like starting at 1 kind of thing. I think best to just think of it as starting from 1. And how high do they go? They can go. Let's see. I think the highest note on a keyboard. Well, the highest that this. Oh, we can't see it actually. Whoops. Hold on. Let me move it out of the way. The highest that this can scroll up to is C8. I believe the middle of a keyboard is a C4. And then let's see here. 7. So my keyboard next to me goes up to 7. I think most keyboards actually only really go up to G8 or so. At most. Maybe just C8 actually. That's about the answer basically. Reasonably, octaves are just like typically like 1, 2, 7, or 8, I think. got the last chord wrong. I know the last chord is wrong in some way. I don't know what way though. Oh well, I can't really read by ear. I can't really transcribe by ear very well. So I'll just leave it at that and I'll go back to the last thing. What did this sound like? I completely have no idea. Let's come back to this. How does this weird thing sound? It's got some ideas in it. It's not fully formed. It's very rough around the edges, but it's got some ideas in it. I'm pretty sure I'll use the samples from the sample pack regardless in future stuff of my own. I think so. I would like to have, like, you know, sample packs that are not just the ones that were popular in the 90s. Ironically, because I know this is pretty inspired by that, but I want more options. I want options. I like options. With the keyboard, you have a limited number of keys that limits it, but digitally you can have much smaller octaves, like half or quarter octave. I wouldn't really think of it as like a half or a quarter, but just like extra, even lower frequencies that may not even be audible to the human ear for, I think, probably. You could probably end up synthesizing notes that are octaves that are too high for the human ear to actually hear. Typically, the human limits are kind of what define the traditional octaves of like 1 to 7 or so. 1 to 8, I think. It might be inaccurate, but that's the idea at least. Alright, well, let's see here. It's 11:47 for me. I don't think I'm gonna really be getting much more progress in like 13 minutes, and I'm sleepy, so I'm gonna try to go to sleep soon. If I get good enough sleep, I'll be back tomorrow with a translation stream, maybe. Yeah, I want to do more music streams. I need to get used to this. I need to get used to the awkwardness of doing music things in front of people. I need to get used to this. I need to get used to this. But maybe not Monday. In fact, what if I just did Music Tuesday and Translation Wednesday just to, like, confuse people? That's an idea. That's a very funny idea. I could do, like, a... Yeah, I need to do stuff like this more. I'd love to have, like, more research. I think I'm gonna be pretty good at this once I have more of an idea of, like, research. And, like, once I learn more things and have more things to share with people. What's the translation thing I'm speaking of? I am thinking of doing like a weekly or once every 2 weeks project. Not really a project. Where I take a Japanese game and I translate it for people. Japanese to English. There's a lot of various Japanese games I have. And there's a lot of Japanese games I can access with like the PlayStation 3 store or the Nintendo Switch stuff. So I'll just pick one of those maybe and just like, I don't know, just play it, I guess, and translate it as I go. Not very diligent really or anything. We'll see. I don't want to make it a common thing, but it used to be how I started my streams a few months ago because I used to stream in Japanese. I want to do stuff that like I don't know. I want to do stuff that, like, I want to take the things about me that are weird and kind of strange for a VTuber and just actually provide value. I don't know. I want to do things that, you know, I don't know, that you can't get from another VTuber maybe. I don't know. Okay, I'm really sleepy, so I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll just take tomorrow off, but maybe I won't. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to do too many things. Well, this was certainly a strange project result that didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to. But I think it sounds neat. The samples sound neat, at least. Me working with them. I like how I chop these up, at least. I like how I mixed these, I chop these around. But I don't like my accompaniment to them. That doesn't really sound very good. Kind of random. I don't know, I'm still figuring stuff out. I come from kind of like a I guess like a jazz or like a music performance background. I have a background in like music theory and like just general like acoustic like instrument stuff, and I'm trying to get into like various electronic genres, and I know like nothing. I know nothing. I'm just fumbling with this. Alright, I guess we'll see here. I wonder if I can find someone muting music. I'm gonna do a quick check real quick. Check the music category real quick. Muzak. Oh, very large window here. Wow. So there's already another VTuber doing so-called Music Monday anyways. Oh, thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Unfortunately, I'm ending the stream real soon. I'm very tired, so I'm gonna go to sleep. But I appreciate you stopping by and welcome. I don't know, what is this, like, AI tag? Is this... what's going on there? That's for karaoke from the looks of it. Karaoke? Oh, there are two. Oops, fake noise. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of other Music Mondays. Oh, there's another Music Monday. Oh yeah, there's two. Right, yeah. There's one for karaoke and there's one right next to it. Thank you, advertisement. AI VTuber. I don't know how much of a joke it is. But anyways, no. Usually not a lot of other YouTubers doing stuff like this. It's just kind of a niche. Hello, I'll just rain. It's me! Yeah, shut up! There I am. I do show up. It's kind of surprising when I see myself. It just means where I'm looking is not particularly populated, I guess. It's like where I'm looking, it does not happen to particularly be very full of other VTubers doing the same thing. I should rate myself. I should. I've tried, but it won't let me. Alright, I'm just gonna pick someone. Yeah, I'll go rate someone else making music. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, a good night. Hope you all have a good next 24 hours. And thank you for spending time with me. I will be back either tomorrow or the next day. I'm probably gonna want to stream tomorrow, but I guess we'll see. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day at least. 見に来てくれてありがとうございます。素敵な一日を過ごしてください。